Hey folks, this is Kalani. I want to talk to you about ladders in Diablo 3, specifically what is a ladder, the pros and cons of having a ladder, the potential of ladders, as well as some extra bits of information at the end. So let's start. What is a ladder? So a ladder is essentially a scoreboard used to track who exactly is on top of said ladder and where you rank among the people. So, for example, if the ladder was for Paragon level, you'd have the person who is tippy top of Paragon level right at the top, and then it would rank people down as it goes. So, say 600 is the highest Paragon level, he'll be on top, and then they'll follow incrementally with everybody below him. So you can check yourself against the ladder to see where exactly you are in the pack of players. Now, there's something a little interesting about ladder, and that's that it's going to be on a different game environment, meaning that it's going to be completely separate from anybody who's not playing ladder. Very much how softcore is currently separated from hardcore. So you'll get a distinction between ladder and non-ladder, mainly that you'll get a different character, you'll get different stashes, you'll get different Paragon levels. Everything is going to be separate, and non-ladder characters won't be able to play with ladder characters. Now the reason for this is that the ladder resets. The ladder is essentially a race. Now what's interesting with Diablo 3 is that if the race is 1 to 70, it's not going to last very long, but if the race is including Paragon level, then it doesn't actually have a finish line, which means that the person who's on top has to work really hard and continue playing to remain on top for the entire ladder season. Now when it resets, everything will bump down to non-ladder, meaning that those characters will no longer be able to play on ladder, they won't be on the ladder, and going forward they won't be able to play with the new season ladder characters. So if you want to play ladder only, it's basically deleting your characters. So let's look at the pros of a ladder. The biggest one obviously is that it allows for a reset, a fresh start, and allows for competition in the PvE environment. If competition is something you're obviously into, then you can race for that top spot and try and keep it. That's going to be the idea of these ladders. But what if these ladders come with a whole new set of rewards? Meaning that if there's special things in ladder gameplay, for example, exclusive legendaries, exclusive achievements. Maybe there's an achievement for getting something first in ladder, for example, an achievement for killing Diablo first in ladder, meaning you get a new portrait, maybe, a new banner, maybe new skins, weapon and armor skins, vanity skins. Things could be added here which have never been added into a ladder before, which is kind of interesting, because that means that ladder then has so much more prestige than its previous iterations, which is really cool. I mean, being on top is one thing, but having an amazing weapon skin to show that you are on top, or you were top in ladder season 1, that's pretty cool. So depending on how the ladder is implemented and what kind of rewards are actually implemented into ladder gameplay, it could be really, really fun to run ladder. I mean, it could just be more rewarding to play ladder, which may be a good thing and kind of goes into the cons as well. So if all of these exclusive items and vanity skins and shiny things are available in ladder play, what does that then make non-ladder play? Because if you make the disparity too large, if you make ladder play essentially the only way to play the game, does that then devalue non-ladder to the point where when a ladder resets, you are effectively having your characters deleted? Because if no one's going to play non-ladder, then those characters, I mean, they're still there, all their gear's still there, obviously. I mean, any ladder gear that they've got will probably be transferred along with them. But if there's no longer any reason to play the character because it just became non-ladder, surely that's the same as destroying everything you've been doing for the past months, for the past year or so, which may leave people with a little bit of a bad taste in their mouths, which is a little disappointing. Additional to this, if non-ladder and ladder characters can't play together, surely that means that there'll be a split in the community. If people are adamant in playing non-ladder because they want to play essentially the same character going on and just work on the same character and never have it reset, then they'll never be able to play with people, maybe friends, who are playing ladder all the time. Which would be disappointing if you can't play with the people who you want to play simply because of preferences. I mean, if I don't want to play non-ladder, yet my friends want to play non-ladder because they don't feel something getting reset is the way they want to play the game, then suddenly the people I play with changes dramatically, which could be a real disappointment for some people. Now, the final point that I want to make about ladders is that currently there's no way to trade legendaries, because all of these are bind on account. The auction house is being done away with, and you can't trade unidentified outside of your group. Then you could essentially be playing the game for a very, very long time and not have a specific drop. If you are 4 out of 5 pieces of a set, you could literally spend the entire of the ladder hunting for that last piece and not see it, because you can't work towards it in any other way besides a random drop, which could be potentially dangerous for a ladder system and encourage a lot more people onto non-ladder, meaning that the ladder would actually be useless in itself, because a ladder is only as amazing in its experience as there are many people to play with. I mean, the competition is directly involved with how many people you're competing with. So it could be an interesting thing to see, and I definitely think ladders are going to be interesting, but we need a lot more information about how they're going to work, because they could work in such a variety of ways for Diablo 3. I hope that we're actually going to get an information drop on this after the auction house goes down completely. After that's gone, I hope to get some more juicy ladder information, which should answer quite a few of these questions. As a last little bit of information, we do know how they plan to use Paragon experience. So the idea is to have a separate Paragon experience tally, or pool, whatever you want to call it, for ladder, and when a character is moved and essentially reset to non-ladder, the Paragon experience is then pooled into your non-ladder pool, meaning that all the experience you gathered on ladder would then be added to non-ladder, so your non-ladder pool would grow and grow and grow with each of these ladder resets. So that's all I really wanted to discuss with ladders, but I wanted to hear your opinions in the comments section below, so leave all your thoughts and theories down there. What exactly are these ladders going to look like? Is this a good thing to add to Diablo 3? Let's start a little discussion down there and have some fun. So bear in mind that anything that we've heard thus far about ladders is completely subject to change, including the Paragon experience thing, obviously. So take everything with a grain of salt and be prepared for it to be changed. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.